Okay. You guys have stalked me long enough. I'll finally answer you. So this is how it went down with Pete.
Guys,
Asked for your number at the last minute and you pretended that you couldn't give it to me because you had gloves on.
I know. Will you ask me again this time? I don't have gloves on.
Sure.
I like you just the way you are. Now, are you gonna kiss me or not?
I sure am, Jasmine.
Went for it and I took my time and I found it and it feels so good and I want to hold on to that forever.
Yeah.
Hello there, fam. Pete is not giving Kim K any time to breathe as he is continuously pushing her in the corner by revealing the truth behind what actually happened in their relationship. Apparently, there was more to what sources and all those PR stunts were claiming. Before, when the relationship ended, the fans and the public never really heard from him. But now he must have had enough of all the drama that Kim is still involving him into, so yep, we are finally going to hear his side. Come on, I bet that a lot of you would agree on this, but it seems like it has been a long time ago since Kim and Pete dated. I mean, some people were not really interested when they started going out publicly because there are rumors claiming that it was just another PR stunt. You see, the Kardashians, especially their momager, Kris Jenner, loves to put the focus on her daughter's relationship just so people would continue to talk about them. You know how it is, that is somehow their way to stay in the spotlight. Additionally, at the time that Kim and Pete were linked to each other, it was just months after her divorce with Kanye West. Of course, the fans of this iconic duo were still hoping to see them back together at that time. But right now, that is kind of a far-fetched idea considering that Kanye married a new girl and seems to have moved on completely from Kim K. And who else has moved on from Kim? None other than Pete Davidson. By the looks of it, and according to some sources, Kim is being more and more desperate to find a new man to flaunt because all her exes are forgetting about her, which must have been a kick in her ego.
I did SNL and then when we kissed in scene, it was just a vibe. And I was like, oh, maybe I just need to try something different. Oh my God, I'm not entertaining this right now. No. That's cute. I could. Okay, gotta go. Okay, bye. Bye, babe. No, bye.
If you've been following the TV personality, heard about how she adored Pete when they were still together, and saw how she showed him off in events and on her own social media accounts, you would think that she was totally in love with him and that their connection goes way deeper than she could ever express. Pete, on the other hand, does not agree on that. Did Kim try too hard to make it look like her and Pete have a deep connection? As I've mentioned, it is becoming harder for Kim to find her next victim because she believes that Pete was the reason as to why these men do not want to associate with her.
I'm angry. I mean, granted, I have a lot to be angry at, but they don't know that. Definitely jumped into another relationship so fast. It got my mind away from stuff, and that's not a way to run from.
Okay, so Kim and Kanye got divorced, and then after a few months, Pete entered the picture. Their love affair went on for months and allegedly ended because of long distance. Since then, Kim has not been involved romantically with another man, but she was trying to get the attention of some A-listers like Usher, Tom Brady, and other athletes. It was kind of a hopeless attempt to get her name on the map again because all these boys were not really interested in her. I swear, these Kardashians love to be in control, especially of the media. But nothing's new about that anyway. Do you all even remember how Kanye tried to bully and throw shade towards Pete when he was still involved with Kim? Also, people started talking about her potential downfall as well as her family ever since Kanye left their life. That must have been getting into her, and what better way to keep her reputation than to date another man? But how could she when no one wants to be her man? Anyway, Pete and Kim's relationship was not really a whirlwind romance. They were not on again, off again, but people just had that inkling that they were bound to end it sooner or later. The dude even had tattoos in honor of Kim.
Yeah, he has a few tattoos, a few cute ones, that he got. But this one is it's not, that one, the Kim one, isn't a tattoo. It's actually a branding, like a brand.
She even introduced her kids to him and showed off how they bond on her social media accounts. Whether it was to show Kanye that she was having fun with another man, or she just adores her new man together with her children. It all does not matter because no matter how sweet Kim's gestures were towards Pete and vice versa, those acts were still not enough to make them stay in each other's arms. Or maybe some of those sweet moments were just an act? I guess we will never really know. Kim once said, "I took a leap of faith and invested time to discover it, and the sensation is profoundly gratifying. I aspire to cherish it eternally." Pete had adorned himself with a collection of tattoos, including a few endearing ones. However, the one bearing my name is more than a tattoo. It's akin to branding. Pete even had a tattoo of the initials of Kim's children. I'm sorry, but am I the only one who finds it weird, considering that they were only months into that relationship when he did that and she allowed him to? When Pete and Kim were still dating, not many people were really putting focus on them, but it became a big deal when stories were going around about their breakup. Different versions of the story were fed into the media. Some suggest that it was Kim's decision to put an end to the brewing romance. Apparently, it was about Pete's neediness and attachment to her. According to a source close to the Kardashians, Pete was ready to propose, get married, and have a baby, but Kim wasn't ready for that. The source continued, Pete is fun and kind, but was way too needy. He became obsessed with her, which is flattering at first, but can get annoying very quickly. For sure, hearing about this has raised a lot of eyebrows. This statement is very questionable because fans know how jealous Kim is with regards to Kourtney's stable and happy relationship, so why would she run away when someone is ready to settle down with her? Things certainly do not add up, and it does not take a genius to know that this story is just another ploy that Kim and Kris were trying to pull off. But after such statements made rounds online, a close friend of Pete also clarified the issue by claiming that it was actually Pete who cut things off with Kim. Another source shed a light to what actually happened by saying Kris Jenner had picked out a ring and wanted to stage this Kourtney and Travis-style engagement for show. Pete found that tacky and kept kicking the idea into the long grass, which Kim and Kris took to mean he was stalling on the engagement. Oh my gosh, this family is really twisted. But hold up, because another revelation makes things much more interesting. An insider reported, the more he reflects on what he went through with Kim, the more Pete wants to pinch himself and ask what the hell he was thinking. His swagger was gone, and he's seriously worried he'd become a long-term victim of the Kardashian curse. Talk about adding salt into the wound. Kim and her mom did not see this coming from a mile away, and certainly made them scramble to do some damage control.
We've made mistakes, but then you turn around and correct that and pivot. And we have evolved to the place we are today because we've learned so much from a few of the mistakes, but also from the successes.
But what else could they do or say that would turn things the other way around when all they ever wanted to do is bury what actually happened and move on to the next man? We can never really blame Pete for wanting an out, since his life became kind of messy just because he dated Kim Kardashian. You all know that he dated better-looking girls in the past before getting associated with Kim, right? It would not hurt his pride to end the relationship with Kim when he knows too well that he could find a new girl anytime. Also, if he was so attracted to Kim and ready to marry her, then why was he already moved on while Kim is still wallowing in her single era? Does it make sense? So, fam, do you think that Pete should clarify more about what happened between them? Or should he just continue to display that id-gaff attitude to let Kim know that he does not want anything to do with her anymore? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Spill that tea. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you're living for this whirlwind of drama. Subscribe so you never miss a moment of celebrity scoop, and prepare yourselves for the next jaw-dropping episode. Until next time, stay fabulous. And now, check out this next story. Bye-bye.